Have you ever wondered how, amidst the skyscrapers and neon lights of New York City, a quiet spiritual revolution is unfolding? New York, the city of dreams, chaos, endless movement, a place where cultures collide and coexist, where stories are written in 1,000 tongues. Yet behind the noise, another story is quietly blossoming. A story not of ambition or fame, but of faith, connection, and transformation. Islam, often seen from afar as a distant tradition, is weaving itself deeply into the fabric of New York's diverse communities. It's not just immigrants seeking familiarity, it's locals, students, professionals, and artists, people from all walks of life, finding answers to the questions their hearts have long carried. Beneath the neon lights and towering skyscrapers, a quieter revolution is taking place. In tiny bookstores tucked between bustling streets, in university halls, in cozy coffee shops, conversations about God, purpose, and truth are becoming more frequent. Some encounter Islam through friendships, others through personal crises that strip life down to its bare essentials. For many, it is not a sudden thunderclap of realization, but a gradual unfolding, like the soft breaking of dawn after a long night. This growing wave of curiosity and conversion isn't led by grand campaigns or forceful preaching. Instead, it's carried by personal stories, silent reflections, and an inner longing for something that the world of material success could never quite satisfy. In a city built on ambition, it is a quieter kind of ambition that is taking root. The desire to find peace with oneself, to connect with something eternal, to live a life of meaning beyond the next paycheck or accolade. And it is Islam, with its timeless simplicity and profound depth, that is answering that call for thousands of New Yorkers, often in the most unexpected corners of the city. The hidden growth of Islam in New York City is a story unfolding quietly yet powerfully. Statistically, over 275 mosques now stand across the 5 boroughs, from Harlem to Bay Ridge to Queens. Each mosque acts as a lighthouse, guiding seekers through the dense fog of modern life. New York has become a city where the call to prayer echoes between high-rises, where fasting during Ramadan draws admiration from non-Muslim neighbors, and where shahadas, the declarations of faith, take place almost daily. Beyond the hustle of Wall Street and the glamour of Broadway, there lies a quieter, deeper world, communities built around faith, resilience, and hope. In upstate New York, Islamburg, a small Muslim village nestled in the meadows and hills of Tompkins, stands as a testament to this growth. Families who once lived in Harlem's housing projects or Brooklyn's crowded tenements have found peace and purpose there, creating a self-sustained community centered around prayer, education, and service. In Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, the spirit of Arab Islam thrives in every corner. The air is rich with the scent of fresh falafel and cardamom coffee. Arabic conversations weave through the streets as children rush from Quran classes to soccer fields. Mosques like Al Farouk and Masjid Musa bin Umair are more than places of worship. They are the beating hearts of the community. The struggles here have been many, from facing discrimination and vandalism to establishing thriving Islamic schools like Al-Noor, where a new generation of proud Muslim New Yorkers is being raised. Every prayer, every lesson, every community gathering is a quiet triumph over adversity. In Harlem, Islam carries a different, deeply emotional resonance. Here it is inseparable from the long, painful history of African-American struggle and liberation. Malcolm X once walked these very streets, and even today his spirit lingers among the mosques and community centers that line the avenues. For many African-American Muslims, embracing Islam was an act of reclaiming dignity and self-worth in a society that had long tried to strip it away. Islam in Harlem is not just a faith, it is a lifeline, a form of healing, an affirmation of identity, and a living legacy of resilience. Yet mosques in New York are not merely spaces for prayer. They are food banks feeding the hungry, clinics offering free healthcare, schools nurturing minds and souls, and sanctuaries for the city's most vulnerable. They organize blood drives, distribute meals to the homeless, and teach everything from Arabic and Quran to basic life skills. In a city that often feels impersonal and fast-moving, these mosques provide something rare and precious: hope, stability, and belonging. At the forefront of this quiet revolution are the youth, wielding technology as a powerful tool for dawah. The new generation of Muslim leaders is not confined to pulpits or traditional community centers. They are YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, and podcasters who blend ancient Islamic wisdom with modern creativity and relevance. They craft short videos explaining complex concepts in simple ways. They share personal journeys of faith, and they respond to misconceptions with patience and humor. Through heartfelt storytelling, daily acts of kindness, and an unshakable sincerity, they are dismantling stereotypes that once seemed immovable. A single viral video showing a young Muslim feeding the homeless during Ramadan, an emotional Instagram story about finding peace through prayer, or an honest live Kwanda about the struggles of practicing Islam in a secular world has the power to reach millions. It is not through angry debates, shouting matches, or harsh rebuttals that they win hearts, but through compassion, authenticity, vulnerability, and consistent goodness. This new face of Dawah is organic and relatable, offering not just information about Islam, but a living, breathing example of it in action. Across New York and beyond, these digital ambassadors are planting seeds of understanding and curiosity in places traditional outreach could never reach, gently guiding a new generation toward the truth with wisdom, mercy, and light. But with this growth comes new challenges. Islamophobia, fueled by sensationalist media narratives and political fear-mongering, continues to cast long shadows. Misconceptions about Islam persist, sometimes leading to open hostility, discrimination, or quiet alienation. Political tensions, both domestic and international, often place Muslim communities under a harsh and undeserved scrutiny. Yet remarkably, each obstacle does not weaken the roots of this blossoming faith. It strengthens them. Hardship fosters resilience, misunderstanding ignites dialogue, and adversity deepens conviction. The rise of Islam in New York is not just a local phenomenon, it sparks a larger reflection on the nature of faith itself. If Islam can thrive here, in the chaos of endless sirens, flashing billboards, and sleepless streets, then surely it can take root anywhere. It forces a profound introspection among Muslims everywhere. Are we embodying Islam's true message of mercy, justice, and compassion? Are we living invitations to the beauty and peace that Islam promises? The success of Islam's quiet growth in New York becomes a mirror for the global ummah, challenging each believer to become a walking, breathing proof of Islam's timeless truth. In the midst of this awakening, new leaders emerge, not towering public figures or celebrity scholars, but ordinary people whose extraordinary faith lights the way for others. Rashid Clark, the humble mayor of Islamburg, who turned a small, isolated village into a symbol of self-reliance and faith. Ramsey, the visionary founder of Al-Noor School in Bay Ridge, who saw education as the strongest shield for the next generation. Jasmine Crawford, a passionate convert who, after an intense intellectual journey, found in Islam a logic and beauty that resonated with every fiber of her being. These are the voices shaping a new era of Islam in New York, leaders born from the community, driven by experience, sincerity, and hope. Yet with leadership inevitably comes scrutiny. Within Muslim circles, debates flare. Some accuse leaders of being too liberal, diluting tradition in the name of outreach. Others label them too conservative, clinging rigidly to cultural norms at the expense of wider understanding. Interfaith dialogues, social activism, youth engagement, all become points of contention. But despite the noise of internal criticism, one truth remains clear. These leaders are united by an unwavering commitment to sincerity, service, and truth. Their imperfections do not overshadow their purpose. Instead, they remind us that leadership in this new chapter is not about flawless authority, but about courageous authenticity and steadfast devotion to building a better future. Islam in New York is more than a demographic shift. It is a testament to the power of faith when it's lived openly, kindly, and courageously. When a Muslim in Brooklyn shares their last date at iftar with a stranger. When a Muslim woman in Queens wears her hijab proudly. When a new convert finds tears streaming down his face at his first Friday prayer. These are the moments that build a revolution of the heart. So next time you hear the call to prayer echo faintly through the streets of New York, remember, you are hearing the heartbeat of a city where Islam is not just surviving, it's thriving. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next script, must